Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're 32 wins in a row. That's one for every day of the month, and then also some other days, I guess, depending on what month it is. LH27 ZVQA. Obviously, you look at this. Ah, fuck, I'm turning the video off. We start with Mega. It's bullshit. What's our other item here? Is Contract from Below, which is actually missing page 2, but that's fine. But you shouldn't just assume that we have the win already. And the reason I say that is because we don't know how much HP we have. That isn't me saying we're going to lose or trying to make it seem like this run is bad when it's actually obviously great. However, we might have one Spirit Heart. And with just one Spirit Heart, that means that we could die in one hit from a champion, which would obviously be devastating. I have to admit, Mega's been showing up with alarming regularity lately. It's a fun item. As much as I would probably just prefer to have Godhead or something like that, because it kind of just, oh god, fits over top of existing runs and is cool in its own right. Mega's got some fun stuff going for it as well. I can't deny it. I like it a lot. Temperance card is good. We could do this bomb into a battery charge on that room that's a little... a few rooms ago and maybe pick up a charge for the boss fight, but I don't think we'll get there, actually. Now we would, for sure, but is it actually worth it? I don't think so. The Widow should be easy enough. But we gotta do our damnedest just to make sure that we got space here, and really it's just... Curse of the Unknown is only horrible if you have low HP or it's the first floor of the game. And obviously we're on the first floor of the game, so I'm a little scared. If we get HP here, that would be ideal. And we did. Okay, now you can start to probably complain about how I'm the luckiest player on planet Earth and always get the easiest items. Do you trade a bomb for a chest? I've long held to the axiom that a bomb for a chest is like the classic Isaac trade. I think it's normally pretty good value. We'll see, though. We actually have better damage than I expected as well. And our shots were, like, large in terms of diameter. But Blood of the Martyr has really kicked it up. Even though it's only a small damage upgrade in and of itself, it's kicked it up a little bit. See if we can earn ourselves, like, an actual arcade for the next floor. Because if so, there is a penny on this room already. If so, we can use this Temperance card. Hopefully to, you know, doubly good effect. And we got Breakfast. I think it was Breakfast. I think the only reason it matters is because I want to go into this curse room. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. I want to go into this curse room, but I don't want to possibly kill ourselves doing it, just in case we got a terrible roll on HP. We may lose a Spirit Heart and go down to just one Red Heart to make this happen, but... I think it's a calculated risk that I'm okay with making. Got another bomb. Pentagram is probably... Oh, that was a black heart. Oh, from missing page 2, of course. Probably that was an acceptable choice. I do dislike that we're at lower speed now. I don't think I care about our secret room. I'm going to try a bomb right here. This is kind of a trial run. Bomb for a key. And then we will also go and trade... bomb for a chest and a penny, and that totally worked. And we got a pill. The pill is infested, so not really a great trade at the end of it, but apart from that, I'm pretty pleased with the way this went down. Why not check, right? This could be a secret room. It was not, but we got the quarter. Okay, this completely changes the game. Now we go back to the shop and we can buy pretty much whatever the hell we want, and we will get 9 volts. And we will get a Spirit Heart just in case, and we will buy a key and leave ourselves with enough money to still go into an arcade, or at least spawn an arcade on the next floor, and hopefully use Temperance to get that done. So now, the Spirit Heart might have been overkill. The key maybe was even overkill, but the 9 volt is pretty okay. Cuts down on our Mega Charge by 1 room. And look at that, our HP was fine the whole time. So, I don't think I can actually... do what I wanted. I wanted to hit all 3 of these things in one go, but that's on me, I suppose. No, I can't do that either. Okay, fair enough. Well, we have 10 cents. Before we go to the shop, let's just try to play this guy, see if we get HP back. He might just drop a red heart. He might give us a red heart container. Either way. The map. Unexpected, but not bad. In fact, quite good. Just not maybe super good right now. Okay, gave us 2 bombs. I think we blow this guy up just to keep things, you know, moving at a decent pace here. And okay, that's also fine. Now we'll go do some exploration. We do still want to take advantage of this room if possible. So now we know exactly where we're going. Just gonna clear out as many of these rooms as we can. Oh my god, Petrified Poop and Mega doing some serious work there. And I do think it's more valuable. Oh, careful. To do what we did there rather than just clearing out the boss room, which I think is our other option there. So that is not Spirit Hearts. At least we got Red Hearts out of it. We're going to go back, obviously, and check on our item room and probably our shop as well because we have basically enough money. In fact, we don't even need to bomb the donation machine. We should just be able to shoot poops and get enough money. And the HP will also be able to be used on the Temperance card, aka the Blood Banks, and give us more money as well. Obviously not a huge fan of these items, but we'll take that. The Sun card is actually really, really good on this floor. But we're not worried about timing right now, because Megas should make up a lot of time on future floors. For now, we're just going to worry about beating the boss, getting this deal with the devil, and seeing where we stand. So, 2 bombs. You know the story. Do this one. This one can be a little trickier sometimes, so we'll just put one down here. And then do we care more about the Tinted Rock or more about the Guaranteed Spirit Heart? I would say more about the Tinted Rock, honestly. And if we can only get one, we might as well do it this way. We got 1 Spirit Heart and 1 Red Heart. I don't really care about using a bomb to get 1 extra Spirit Heart at this point when we already have 3.5. But we'll see how things look in the future. I may change my tune there. Okay, 13 cents. Regular Monstro. One thing I will say, we've gotten super lucky with first floor bosses. Like, champion version of the Widow is slightly more annoying than non-champion version, I think. But Pink Widow, I think, is the lowest HP. Just spawns a few more enemies. And then to get a, just like vanilla monster on top of that, probably the boss I fought... Well, I've said this a few times, and I think it's probably wrong, actually. I was going to say Monstro is the boss that I fought the most in Isaac, but it probably at this point has to be Mom. Mom is on every run that gets to Mom. Monstro is not. Growth hormones. But he can also show up in special rooms, which is correct. This time, just take Sack Dagger. And, you know, I could have reasonably, I think, gone for other options there. But I just wanted to get Sack Dagger and keep some HP so that we can actually go back and play this Blood Bank Demon Judgment combo a little bit more. And I think that that's acceptable. And keep in mind, we did get 1 syringe. So if we can actually get 1 more via the Demon Judgment, that would be an awesome head start on getting us towards Spun. Okay, we can make it down there, but we gotta be real fast about it. It might be better to just play both plays on the Demon Judgment instead. So I think I'm going to do that. And then we've got the Sun, which I am going to use. Yeah, we got pills out of it, which is really bad. And it gave us explosive diarrhea. Please don't... Oh, we found the secret room at least. We'll grab that. Inside of our secret room, more pills. Fantastic. Tears down. Relax. Sorry, relax. And speed down. Okay, what a great selection. Really appreciate all the extra effort I put in here. At least Relax gives us some extra money via the poop. And then we're just going to look for Blood Bag, which would be really nice now, because we could honestly fairly desperately need a speed upgrade. But that's okay, life goes on. I suppose we're still doing just fine. I didn't even go to the item room on this floor. Are you kidding me? Thank God I went back to the arcade. I would have... just dipped out of this floor. We got Fate's Reward, which is not very good, but it's better than nothing. I was gonna buy a key. There's no key for sale. Let's just head downwards. We're about 2 minutes behind schedule, but again, you know, how much time does Mega save us per room? It's gotta be like 5 seconds per room or something like that. Okay, I'll take that. We're not going back. At this point, you know, we'll take the good, we'll take the bad. We don't really want My Shadow, and we don't really care about Sister Maggie, so we're just gonna leave those behind in the deal with the devil. Those are not very relevant. That sucked. But it's not gonna stay sucked forever. That's not... Maybe an expression didn't come out the way I intended. Okay, I dodged right into that enemy. I just want to come this way first and see if there's special rooms, because I don't want to backtrack with Mega. Oh my god, okay. Brain, get that caffeine going in there. You're making some hideous mistakes right now. Is it worth fighting the boss right now. I really didn't expect to find the boss this early as compared to the start of the floor, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. We will get Fanny Pack. We will get the Spirit Heart. I think we buy the key, and I honestly think we buy the Tarot card as well. The Chariot's really good. Okay, we'll use the Chariot right now then. Even though it's probably very unnecessary. Gives us a luck upgrade, which honestly I feel pretty happy to have. And then now we can use Mega to clear out the rest of the rooms, although there's really only like 4 rooms. That's our secret room, I believe. Or not 4 rooms, but maybe like 6 rooms. I actually am going to annoy the shit out of everybody and not use Mega at all on this floor, and then use it immediately on the next floor. Because this is a very, very small 3rd floor. Maybe we'll use Mega on that, but I don't know. And, you know, honestly, Mega on this is not the worst idea in the world as is, but it just sort of seems like why waste it on this floor? Remember, like, once you pop Mega, you can't go back and, or you can't go down to the next floor is what I'm trying to say here, while also dodging, you know, left hooks and over-the-top knockout punches from these fuckers. 1 hit should take you down, and I still got hit, but that's okay. We have improved our HP economy on this floor. Stompy, aka Leo, is probably actually a bad item, but I take it nonetheless, because I have never known what's good for me. And let's see what's in here. Tammy's Head and Bob's Rotten Head. Both of these are items that I basically cannot... Well, that's not true. We could take Bob's Rotten Head. Or Bob's Brain, I should say. It takes us closer to the Bob transformation. Tammy's Head is a lovely item that unfortunately we just can't get value out of right now. And we'll head down to the next floor. Definitely not playing the Key Beggar. I'll admit, I've been playing sloppy. It's, as always, the way I prefer to record episodes to get super inside baseball that nobody cares about. You know, when you're watching Breaking Bad, what you really want to hear is Vince Gilligan be like, yeah, well, the way I like to direct the key grip on this episode is blah, blah. But seriously, like, I recorded, like, oh my god, 5 batteries? That's like 2 mega charges, maybe? The way I like to record stuff for YouTube is, like, a lot of it on the same day. So I have gone a few days here without playing Isaac. Not that that's an excuse, but it may be an explanation for my poor play. So we actually took a lot of damage there, which is a little frightening to me. Our arcade gives us yet another item of extreme uselessness. Not seen our shop yet. There was a Tinted Rock back here I wanted to grab, and 1 Spirit Heart is very good. And there was this pill. There's got to be a good pill at some point. And then I stepped on spikes in here. I don't really want to go to that cursed room unless our secret room is right next to it. We will go back for a battery charge, though. And look at this. We've already basically made up all the time that we had lost. We can't go into that room. With 4 bombs, and especially considering we don't need bombs to break Tinted Rocks thanks to Stompy, I think we will throw a bomb down right there. Okay, this is what we were looking for. I don't really care about getting a Guppy item, but more Spirit Hearts would be excellent, and I wouldn't complain about getting a Guppy item. We got 1 Spirit Heart, which I think is well worth it. Alright, you know, even if the fine motor control is not there right now, that's okay. We can still make smart decisions that hopefully lead us to a less likely death. Mega is hard to control sometimes. Like, even these mushrooms could penalize me. Yep, like, that was not a mushroom, that was spikes, and it was pretty much my own fault considering I saw it coming a mile away, but still, okay. More HP is good. We have enough bombs to check for 2nd secret rooms. Let's try that one, and actually, we should try the other one as well. But I just want to go to the shop quickly and whatever card we have available as well, because honestly, Boss Rush would be a nice thing to do on this run. Mega is really, really good for handling Boss Rush. In fact, probably the best item in the game for handling Boss Rush. Justice card is good as well. And you know what? Let's be a total dick. Take Stopwatch. Stopwatch I don't think is like ridiculously overpowered anymore. We'll take our Spirit Heart just to keep ourselves safe, and we'll move along here. Yeah, it's like I actually think Stopwatch is just a fun item now. We're gonna head down to the next floor, about on schedule for boss rush. On Necropolis 1. With enough HP, even though I'm an idiot and took damage there. Like, at this point in my Isaac career, any damage like that is just a little embarrassing. But, I think it was very sensible to at least check our, curse room. You never know if maybe the Guppy Dream could be completed. Guppy plus Mega is, a guaranteed win, if this wasn't already a guaranteed win to start with, which many of you would probably, honestly agree with me and suggest that it was. It is a very easy start. Just be careful with that. We do have Sharp Plug. Do I care about Sharp Plug? I'm assuming that with... First off, I don't like Sharp Plug most of the time. At the best of times, it enables synergies that make me feel like an idiot, you know? People, and this is not a knock on that item, it's a knock on me as a person and the weakness of humans in general, you know? But, people tend to not like things that make them feel bad about themselves, and I will admit that Sharp Plug introduces some permutations and strategies that I'm not necessarily well versed in facing, and makes me feel bad about myself. So I think that we'll probably, first off, I don't like it because of my own human weakness. Secondly, I think that it's actually not very good with Mega, because I'm assuming it doesn't give you a full charge. If we had a lot of HP, maybe we could test it, but we're sort of like at a modest amount of HP, so I don't really want to skirt around it too much there. I'd much rather just play this one relatively normally. Okay, even if this episode ends up being, well, let's be honest, it's probably going to be a win, but even if this episode ends up being poor play and a win that we don't deserve but got nonetheless, at least we have that incredible dodge. We'll always have that incredible dodge. Anytime I get through that room without taking damage, I feel good. I feel like I'm finally starting to get my my sea legs underneath me on this run after, you know, a relatively long period of honestly being pretty poorly equipped for this run from a mental standpoint. Ooh, Polyphemus. Also very good, of course. I'm just saving Mega at this point. It seems like it makes sense to maybe use it like every other floor. And that seems to be better for our efficiency than, you know, using it just because we can, just to do a couple of rooms, you know? Obviously that was poor damage as well. We got the speed. Just grab that. The bloat is annoying. And I'll admit, there are some negatives about... Oh, that was bad. About Polyphemus. For example, my rate of fire has never been great on this run, and is now horrible. But the damage we're doing certainly compensates for it. Especially when Fate's Reward actually shoots. Okay, we get meat. And a Krampus fight. Not a surprise. Man, Sack Dagger is so good. We don't want Krampus' head, obviously. So many spacebar items we have, like, no possible reason to take advantage of here, but that's okay. We're on Necropolis 2, and I will, I think, endeavor to do boss rush. It looks like a good floor layout to use Krampus', or not Krampus' head, to use Mega on. Like, that is, like, an explanation not necessary sort of situation. This item may indeed be Mega, but the icon is Krampus' fucking head. So if you want to, or maybe it's Satan's head, or Mega Satan's head, but that explains the name, I suppose. I never really thought about it that much. People always ask me, or semi-frequently ask me at least, hey, what do you think about, like, the lore in Isaac? And the answer, I have no idea. I actually don't think about it. It never crosses my mind, and maybe that's a personal failing. I am going to be super greedy here. He's super greedy. And, take champion belt instead of donating. It only took 6 cents from the donation machine. I like having the extra damage. Yeah, I've never been the kind of person who cares about stuff like that. You know, when people talk about, like, oh, what's the subtext? Is Eden Isaac in a wig? Is Maggie Isaac in a wig? I think the answer to that one is just like, yes. If you care about that stuff, I'm not diminishing your passions, but, you know, it's not a character that I play that I'm, like, only largely concerned about mechanics in most situations. And I enjoy a good story as much as the next person, you know? I'll watch a film and not be like, oh, well, the lighting in this scene is, you know, fantastic. They must have used the Sennheiser blah blah blah. But for whatever reason, at least in my roguelites, all I care about is the mechanics. Like, Is Isaac dead the whole time? Who's Isaac? Is that, you know, the Binding of Isaac? I thought Isaac was just an item that hasn't been introduced yet. We get the Polaroid. I mean, let's be real. None of these items are very good. But we're still going to do it. And I think that... Where are you? Am I missing something here? Oh my god. Freaking... Oh no. We spent far too long doing absolutely nothing there. And as a result, it's going to take us a while to get to our next Mega Charge. This is a bad way to start getting momentum. But my thinking is, you know, we do have Mega, so even at, like, the hardest that this could be, it's not going to be very hard. Boss Rush, that is. And we're going to get another item when this is done. So I'm hopeful that the item that we get... Oh, that was bad. The item we get when this is done makes this whole process more worthwhile. I really wish we didn't have to fight the Fallen before we got our next charge, but that's okay. This is what Two of Hearts is here for. Now we should be in a good spot. Although their death animations might be slower with stopwatch. I hope they are not. That one feels very slow. Well, certainly this one was a lot easier, at least. Just get Mr. Bob's brain in there. You know, Mr. Bob's brain. It's a new item for Afterbirth Plus. I keep accidentally spoiling them. You guys all picked up on that spoiler for Shrek's ball sack. Tyrone was real mad about that one. He's like, yo, dude, Shrek's ball sack is one of the marquee items for Afterbirth Plus. How could you just go and spoil it like that? It just slips out. Like, I bet you guys would love to hear another spoiler. Like, for example, the next Deal with the Angel item that's going to make Deal with the Angel items that much better in the future. Courtney loves clitoris. It's true. Did I say that? I didn't mean to say that. I'm not going to take Forget Me Now. I'm sorry, Tyrone. I'm not going to take Forget Me Now because we have Mega. And Mega, in its zaniness and in its usefulness, trumps Forget Me Now, which shows up more often. But, this is still a great run, obviously, but slightly dicey. You might be saying, NL, that's not cool. Saying the C word, clitoris. You know, this is a family-friendly game. If you find yourself thinking that, you realize we're in, like, our mother's womb right now, fighting against, like, you know, miscarriages she's had, basically. You know, this deals with some dark stuff from a tonal standpoint. Don't give me this as the clitoris, you know, was a beautiful thing. It's like in our society, or at least in Western society, it's like, hey, I'm going to take my kid, he's 8 years old, I'm going to take him to a movie. Should I take him to a movie where Jason Statham blows the brains out of like 100 mobsters, or a movie where two people fall in love and have sexual intercourse? Well, I'm going to call Children's Aid, which is child services. I don't know, it depends where you live, I guess. You know, you can't show an 8-year-old two people having sex. Go with the Jason Statham blowing the mobster's brains out. It's nonsensical to me, but, you know, I'm not a parent. Maybe when I'm a parent, I'll feel differently. I haven't put myself in their shoes. In all likelihood, in fact, what you should do is just take your child to see one of the many lovely films produced by Pixar and or Disney that come out 8 times a year, get like a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, and turn out to be amazing, you know? Like, when I was a kid, kids' movies fucking sucked. Well, that's not totally true. Obviously we had like The Lion King, but I also grew up in what I would say was not really like a renaissance period for Disney. You know, we got our Little Mermaids and our Aladdins, you know, they're obvious classics there. In fact, now that I say that, I realize I'm talking out of my ass. Maybe it was a renaissance. But we also got a lot of, you know, The Lady and the Tramp 2, straight to video. Aladdin 2. Well, Return of Jafar is not that bad. I'm just saying, you know, your kids don't need to see Jason Statham blowing people's brains out. There's other options for them. Whatever, just take me down to the next floor. That's fine. I mean, should we have gotten contract from below? Probably, but I didn't want to wait around. Well, we had this mega charge. What? Okay, that makes no sense to me. And by makes no sense, I mean makes perfect sense, but annoys the shit out of me. Ooh, that was dicey for many reasons. Now, we are one hit away from using Two of Hearts. We're still fine, by the way. This is not a Hush fight situation. I think fighting Hush kills us here. But it's always, you know, I don't like to get into real talk all the time, but it is the kind of thing that bothers me. Even on YouTube, you know, YouTube censorship is, I mean, they just do what they're told, basically. But we're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 now, and there's some objectionable content in Grand Theft Auto 5. If you find yourself disagreeing with that, you live in a fictional world. I'm not saying that it offends me. You know, I understand that it's a media property. I'm just saying if any media can be considered offensive, even knowing that it's a satire, Grand Theft Auto 5's got to be in there. Am I worried about shooting people in the head? You know, crashing my car into people on YouTube? No. That's no problem. But if the occasional nipple shows up on screen, you know, get that shit edited out straight away. It's very strange. And what the strangest part about it is that I really feel like, come on, just go up. I really feel like everybody agrees, but maybe it's just the bubble that I put myself in. Like, I know, this is why I hesitate to get into what I would call real talk sometimes, because you and I mean this as, you know, the royal you and I, like you guys who are watching this and then also myself, probably share an opinion. You know, we're in the similar demographic. You know, we're probably young adults or teenagers. We skew a little bit more towards the same opinions on certain things, not on everything, but on certain things. What I need to get is like a cross section. I need to have like my 70-year-old, very traditional-minded viewers come in and be like, well, if our kid sees a boob when he's 6, who knows how that's going to affect his development, right? I need to get that perspective, because it's disingenuous to just surround yourself with people who agree with you and then be like, everybody thinks that I'm right. How could you disagree with me, you know? It's important to get people who challenge your worldview, even if you think it's nonsensical. You know, it's important for rational discourse. As an adult, you meet people who disagree with you all the time. You will meet people... This is something I wish people had told me when I was younger. You will meet people in your life as an adult who hold ridiculous beliefs, who recognize them as ridiculous beliefs, and then that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is like that you're just nice to one another. It's very refreshing. It's nice. You can hold opinions that are idiotic. You'll be like, well, I don't think climate change is real because, you know, isn't it ridiculous to think that we as man could possibly affect something as large as planet Earth? And you'd be like, okay, I mean, the science doesn't agree with you at all, but you want to, like, thanks for throwing the barbecue this weekend. You do great work at this insurance company. Like, let's all go out and have a good time together. And then at home, you go, you know, Jerry is a moron. But he's a nice dude. He's a stand-up guy. And that's, I think, you know, when you spend so much time in, you know, English debate classes and stuff like that and arguing on the internet, how could you think that No Man's Sky is that Sean Murray should be in jail, right? You realize that in actuality, most people in life are trying to do right things, but they can disagree with you and still be a good person. That's, I wish that should be like class number 1 in freshman year of high school. Like I said, people have picked up on this. It's the smartest thing I've ever said, if I can toot my own horn. Every debate or argument should start with like, hey, I have to give you one compliment just to establish that we're both people who have mutual levels of respect for one another. You have a great sense of style. By the way, your opinions on the diplomatic crisis in the Middle East are idiotic, but you're a good father to your children, and I appreciate that. I just wish your opinions were different. But instead, it's like, oh, you fucking moron. How could you blah, blah? How do you even put your shoes on in the morning? Like, everything's got to be go for the jugular right out the bat. This is a very fast run. I had a good time with it. I hope you did as well. I'm also going through puberty, as you can tell from my voice crack. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.